Okay, so if you saw my previous post, yeah, I had gotten a Marvel Legends She-Hulk and noticed that her legs would not move. And the problem with that, as I discovered when futzing around with it, and this hip just popped right off conveniently, was that the cap, well, let me explain the articulation. So what she has are ball jointed hips. There's a bar in the middle, and there's a ball on the end of that bar, or there are two balls on either side. Uh, and there is a square cap that fits around the ball and should rotate my hand rotate around the ball so that the leg can move. Like this side, I can show you right now because I've done some work that I'll show you in there. But yeah, so leg should be able to come forward and also move out like that. But because somehow that cap has been fused to the ball, that does not happen with her. So she's going to require some work to fix. Um, so this, like I said, this side just kind of popped off while I was initially trying to figure out what the hell the problem was, which is good because otherwise I would have had a hard time diagnosing that. This side, however, was on there much more securely, and I had to get that off myself. So when you have pieces that are glued well like that, what you need to do is be able to crack them along that seam. And the easiest way to do that is to drill a hole somewhere along the seam and then pry open from there. So luckily, I was able to go in there, which will hide that once everything is fixed because her leg will go on and that'll be below. Um, but yeah, drilled a hole in there, pried that open, and bam, now you can see what's going on inside there. So on this side, initially it looked the same as the other side, square cap fused to it. And there was no getting that off. My hope was that once I got in there, if I wrenched around and finagled, I'd be able to pop something free. Uh-uh. It was completely fused to it to the extent that, like, they may have put it in there while it was still warm and it basically just became the same piece of plastic. So what I had to do is grind around it to essentially create a ball from that square cap. And as you can see, I've done that. So the my thought is that hopefully I won't need 3D printed parts or anything if I put that in there and I put enough hot glue uh, in there to sort of create my own square cap and then press this around it like a mold, pop it back out and do some trimming. I will have uh, a piece that works, that functions like it should. She-Hulk will be able to move her legs, and everything will be great. The only problem with that is that because I have essentially created that ball by grinding it out, it's pretty rough and uneven, which may work in my favor because it may mean that that's a tight joint because it's a little bit irregular in there, or it may mean that the cap is fitted to it perfectly and it doesn't move at all, and then I have to look for other ways of creating a ball because I'm not going to be able to get that perfectly smooth even with sanding or perfectly, round and regular. So I'll figure something out. But yeah, that is the idea. So we'll see. But I am convinced that I can get her hips moving and then she will be posable, uh, like she should have been right out of the box. Okie doke, that's all I've got. Thank you for watching and wish me luck. Bye bye.